few minutes later. Sending the file over, I was able to get 22 on 2 rows. Spaced them, put some registration marks around them, and we'll watch this print. Apologize, I'm actually going to put it sideways because that's the only way it fits in here. so it's finished cutting. This one did catch the lip, and it's gonna take a little further honing in on those dashes, whereas the dashes up here perhaps need to be a little bit longer so there's not as much of a face, because I have it cutting through more than half of the total area. Well, let's do a sheet cut now. We'll progress this forward. Do a sheet cut. So I would say these are definitely on the cutting heavier side in terms of as much surface area as it's going through. I would say we probably need to pare it back a little bit. The other item, you will need more pinch rollers to engage on the material to do this type of tracking. You wouldn't necessarily need all the pinch rollers if you were doing a row at a time. But because you are doing some tracking, those pinch rollers will get in the way. So let me put this down, turn this over this way, and got your perf cuts here. I'm not sure what the best way to do it is, but it's gonna be, I don't know if you can see me, it's gonna be some iteration of, you know, we're 90% of the way there. I think adjusting the millimeters on that stroke line is really going to accomplish it. But these are coming out pretty easily. Just doing them quickly might be a little better. I don't really know the best method. They come off very clean. I guess quick tugs do the trick. You know, keep in mind that there's a cut line on this too. So you have an area of white on the outside, which then the customer can peel back and get access to the adhesive, which is right here. And like you said, you're gonna need good nails to do it. Or if you guys wanted to, you can make it easier for them and weed that outside away, leaving the graphic for the customer where they could just peel from the liner on up. So that is the space between the perf cut and the kiss cut. And this white space right here is the liner. So these were, what did we do? I think 22 of them. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of new to this. I don't know the best method, but maybe holding down, pulling forward, and then back. Holding down. Yeah, that does the trick. I think the liner is going to come into play as well, because not all liners are the same thickness, and that might even affect the cut more than the vinyl, which is really what the you know, the main thing for the cutter is. But the more variables might come from the liner. But this, you know, this looks good. Let's see if it cut as well over here. Go this way. Now the one did pop out. I think that's easily fixed by increasing the gap slightly. So instead of the 2 millimeter, maybe 2.3, maybe 2.4. That's where I would go. And you're gonna find a sweet spot per material, and you're gonna wanna hone it in with a brand new blade. So that way you could set your watch. Every time you replace a blade, you know what force you're gonna start out with, you know the force for the perf, and then as the blade gets more dull, you kick it up every week or 2 or 3 of production. As this portion gets harder to do, you know that the force needs to increase, so your operator will increase it by 5, however long that is. Like I said, blades stay really well sharp if you hone them to a specific material. If you cut several materials with the same blade, that blade will degrade a lot quicker than otherwise. I sure hope this camera on the check is pointed. Okay. Hopefully I don't look too awkward. No idea what frame I'm in. But yeah, it looks to work. I think we can probably improve a little bit more, but this was a success for today. Happy to do the homework on it and follow up with you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. I'd also like to do this with UV, so you have an over-under spread of the look, the feel, the application. The ink is still a little bit tacky handling it this way. So I know on one of these I put a thumbprint on it just because of the tack of the ink. So UV, you wouldn't have that issue, and the process, the video you just saw, would be identical. The UV has the identical cutter. So the file preparation, everything would be identical. Just be sending it to a different printer if it suits you. Guys, I hope you have a really great night. It's raining out there right now, so I'm gonna be driving home slowly, but I hope you're safe, and please follow up with me. I'm happy to make visits, do samples, really vet this process out for you guys as a solution. Take care.